This is a battle with swords, not some fist fight. As long as one of us is still breathing, then this fight's not over.
So a lot of people have asked me about water war tips. Here is the best tip you can get in this game. Hey everyone, so today I will be making a video on the Archipelago raid, and for that I will be covering a little review of server G1. The reason is that a lot of strong teams are there in server G1, and slowly one by one I will go through each team. So you can see a lot of big names are already here. You have ROK, you have 2IS, you have BooN, DHX, UOD. People are sleeping on UOD, but this is a very, very strong team. And then you have Cores LM4S, they are a very old team. OXO, and then you have TH48, Avis, who are another team who love to fight. Then you have Rise 59E, MD71, iLAW. So all of these are quite well-known teams, and mostly they play from server G1 to G5 and have very good and established players. So now I will go through each of this team one by one. I will start with the ROK, the team I am playing in this raid. So they are at 29 billion, but the remaining two players, when they will join, we will go above 30 billion. So a lot of big names here. We have Pooh. Pooh has the highest T6 skills in the game, and he's one of the strongest fighters in the game. Then you have Mr. Hans. He's one of the strongest players in the game, strong armament and everything. You have Hokage. His name translates to prong. I do not know what does that mean, but he's another very very strong player. Then you have Dong Sun and many other strong players. But if you go to here, you have Whiskey Dog, you have Poppy Fudge, Militao, Nom Nom, Buck, Mr. Dibas, you have Fish, LeBron K, Harms, Dijafar, Master Pickle, Voltmouth Dib, Big Nasty. You have Think, you have Dos, Watson, Dark Moon, you have M7 Mad, you have Akukaren, like Iron Sight is there as well, and then you have Kafka, CNX is there. Then you have this beautiful cat. I do not know how to pronounce her name, but I have played with her before. She's very strong. You have Asarias and Oli Psycho. A lot of big names here. Very strong team right now. You can say they are loaded from top to bottom, and then some of the farms here. So all in all, a very very strong team that has shown up in this year, comprising of HNB and ROK. Next we go to Panda, Zoo Panda. So IC8, Zoo Panda, whatever you want to call them, they are allies with the BooN, More, and AXE. So BooN are on opposite side of map. Let's see what they do, what they decide to do. Will they fight or will they not fight? Because they are cross server allies. And if you see their members, they have some very very strong players. Again, I do not know how to pronounce their names, but you can see they're all fighters. Lot of T6 kills here. Daza has 1 billion kills. A very strong player. His armament, his helicopter. Then you can see his pots are white as well. A lot of T6 kills. So some other strong players are there as well, apart from these two. And and then we have another one. He is having a lot of kills as well. So all in all, a very strong team, strong core members of the team, and they are also loaded with a lot of T6. Let's see what they decide to do. It will be seen tomorrow, and I will update you guys. Then we have 2IS. So 2IS is an old team. And about 2 years, they used to have Mr. Toto 1234, but I cannot find him right now. The strongest player is IEU, and he has 207 million might, but his skill score is a bit similar to mine. But obviously, he's much stronger than me. His parts and equipment speak for themselves. The remaining players, they are, I would say, better suited for like G5, G6. But they are ended up here. So JDHX, this is the next team. So this is not linked with DHX. That is what I asked one of their R4. Yeah, sorry, it was R5 talk, and he said that no, we are not junior DHX. About this team, so they were like we removed armaments and everything, and instead of going down in like you say matchmaking, they ended up very high. Instead, they go up. So removing armaments, it is not certain that it will work, but it is something you can do. Whether it works or not, many high might players have told me it may work or it may not work. It depends. So no harm in trying. So the second portion, I will cover the second legion, the opponents, starting from Boone, DHX, UOD, and course. So Boone. First of all, they are the old nemesis of HNB. Right now, they are missing players, so they're not very heavy, but it will be seen whether they fight or not. Mr. Samuel doesn't need an introduction, a very, very strong player. Then you have Toby 4, Mr. Bear, Soul Shade, Steve, and Hera. Hera is an old player as well. So most of these are old Boone core members, but they're not very loaded this time. Many players are missing. So Peaches is there. She's also an old player. Like most of them are old players, but right now they're not inside the team. Probably taking rest or whatever you want to say. Or they may have wanted to avoid playing against ROK or HNB. So DHX, they are also not loaded. They are at 12 billion. Last time they were at 21 billion in the Archipelago raid. So you have their core set of players still in the team. Sifmi, do not need any kind of introduction. He's a very strong player, and the best thing about him is that he keeps fighting and he will keep coming back with his 60 million or something like that troops. He has a very high troop count. Danny Lee, very strong. I think the second strongest player in the team right now is Coco Bongo. This guy is having amazing armaments, and his vehicle, his helicopter, is fully loaded too. It is around, I think, tier 3, 15 on a lot of stats. Kiroshi, my old teammate from R27, Exa Alliance, he's also a very strong player and a very strong fighter. Then you have Cassandra, Mr. EXXP. I do not know his name, but what I know from before Island Raid, he's also a very strong player. You have J22. Like you have a lot of players. I do not need to introduce them because most of these you already know. And the second thing is I do not know how to pronounce some of their names. Like I do not know what to call him. Sushiko. Okay, I can do that. So they have some other names in. I do not know which language is this. She seems very strong. She's from Region 26, so I think she's from Alliance BTW, a very strong team. Then you have Q. She's from Region 372, very decent stats and seems like a fighter as well. Then you have Little Love. Show everybody some love. Strong players, strong stats, and a lot of good equipment right there. And then you have Sirkan, Alex, decently sized players, I would say. So we are done with the checks. Now next I will cover United of Doomsday. This alliance is from Region 182, and people are sleeping on this alliance. I mean, this is one of the I would say strongest alliance in the game right now. It is loaded with very strong players. You have Venom already close to 1 billion kills. Most of these are T5 and T6. He's their leader. Then you have I translated his name a couple of days ago while I was streaming them in one of the island raid when they were fighting Alliance D and TN. So his name translates to something like assassin. So I will call him assassin. So Mr. Assassin is having 587 million might, and he's very strong from what I have heard. A lot of deaths here, like it is 121 million. Oh my god. So he's a really strong fighter as well. You have Kilry. Mr. Kilry is another very strong player. He has maxed out equipment. He has maxed out. He's closing in on maxing out his pots as well. And he has great armaments too. Kong 1 billion kills. I think she achieved 1 billion kills while she was fighting DNTN a little while ago, and she is already closing in on the 1.3 billion kills. So she's a very strong fighter with very strong armaments as well. And soon, when her parts are upgraded, then I think she will be one of the strongest players in the game. I mean, she already is. Then you have Gomji. Wow. So Gomji, from what I've heard, this is old account of Mr. Croc from LAS Alliance in server 159. A very strong account, a very strong player. He quit. So I think she's using that account. Then you have Alice. Alice is also another strong player from this UOD Alliance. So a lot of strong players here. And this does not stop here. If you go to their R3, they are loaded. Like, I cannot pronounce their names. Standing Man, Jinro, SSG. Some of them are, from what I've seen them, this alliance loves to fight, and they fight a lot. Like they fight really crazily. And then you have bucket loads of bots and farms for Mr. Venom, Killbot, whatever you want to call them. Rank 1, not so much. New players and some farms. So a very strong alliance, this UOD. Then you have Core's alliance from 194. So they are part of SSI. SSI is like another enemy alliance or nemesis alliance, and they are also loaded with very strong players. So last time we faced them in Island Raid. So they have all ended up in four different alliances together. You have Power, Marcus Dante. So they all we fought in Last Island when most of our players were taking a break. But let's see what they do this time. Do they fight? Do not fight? But I don't think any alliance in Jade is not a fighter. They are very good fighters, to be very honest. So yeah, the next team I want to cover is Alliance Rise. They are in Crimson Legion right now. Rise are from Region 54, and they are a really good set of team. Then you have 59E, MD71, and iLAW. So we start with Rise. So what I do know about Rise is that they have a very good set of players, strong core set of players. Then you have Carp. His armament is maxed out. He's really strong. He shows up to fight. Then you have Waz. What I do know about Waz is that he complements Carp a lot because he himself is very strong with the strong armaments. So next you have Mr. Stevie with his underwear. Wear some clothes, Mister. But yeah, Stevie is also strong, and he has very decent equipment and armaments. Nox. I have not seen him fight a lot, so I cannot comment. Not sure about George as well. And the remaining T6 players are there, which complement the main core set of players. Because I do know is that this alliance fights a lot. So next I will be covering Alliance 59E. So what I do know about is 59E, they were a thorn in Aroke's side during one of the island raid. They kept disturbing the backline while Boone pushed towards the village 8. So their leader Amadis, she is strong, she has great armaments. The Sandman, I think he is the strongest player. He is their garrison lead as well. Dr. Jekyll is as strong as Sandman, and both of them have very decent armament. Humbled Reality is their another strong player, and the remaining Carter 17 flight medic complement them quite well. So Mr. Tech One is here. Tech One is from Alliance Chef. He's a super strong player. He was my ally with my Alliance D-Day back in R27, and he always fought a lot. Then you have Scroll, Greaves, Mr. Krimja. Yeah, one more thing about Tech One. He was our ally in one of the previous years as well, when we were playing with the ROK and he was playing in Shep. So he did a lot of work in that Archipelago as well. So the remaining set of players, they are pretty decent too. I know Greaves, she is also really strong. Scroll. So all of them are old players and they have very decent stats, equipment, parts. Their armaments are very good. Other T6 are very decent and they complement their leadership a lot as they reinforce, they join rallies, and they actively participate in war. So this is a very decent alliance. So it seems like R35 and R27 have joined hands with this alliance. So next one I'm going to cover, it is going to be Alliance MD71. I like this alliance a lot because they were my allies. And Iridescence, DJ Sona, she's a Renera, I think, and Headrock, they all did really great while leading the complete legion in G5. I think that I have a upload of that video as well. We were up against Con 269. So this little cat, he's also very strong. He's from Thailand, I think. So the other players, they complement their leadership a lot, and they have a very good set of players, and they are a very good set of fighters as well. And at 5.8 billion might, they might have a hard time, I think. And not with respect to fighting, because I know they fight, but I think they should have brought in more players. This is just my opinion. So the next one is iLAW. iLAW is always playing in server G1 to G5. Twilight is their strongest player, and he has very decent stats. His armaments are really great. That I know because he hits like a damn truck. And the other players, they complement each other a lot. So very decent mid-sized alliance. Next I'm going to cover Azure Legion, and Azure Legion is stacked as well. So the first alliance I'm going to cover, it is going to be LM4S Limit Forsaken. They are at a very high might. Their leader Vendetta, he's a very old player. Then you have Kunk, Nicole J, Dr. Gold, TGK86. So you have Bees here as well. He's from Alliance How, and he's also a very strong player. He is really good armaments. Joker, I have played with him. He's also a very strong player. He has decent armaments, but I'm not sure he has improved a lot or not. But the remaining players, they are also quite active and active fighters. And this line says they always show up as well. The next one, it is going to be OXO So what I do know about OXO is that they are an old alliance from server 40, and Jenny is their strongest player with maxed out equipment, maxed out parts, and his armaments are also very good. And Zombie Destroyer is their leader. He's also an exceptional fighter and with a very good understanding of this game, I would say. Then you have some decent sized player, and all in all, they complement each other a lot because whenever I've seen them fight, I've seen them do well, and their leadership, they take very wise decisions, in my opinion. But they are usually fighting a lot of top teams, so I'm not sure. So the next one is TH48 Rise Against was this team. Where is it, man? So I think it was TH45. So Rise Against is a very strong player. He's not here. Titan's Hand, I think they will be overmatched in this particular island. Although they are a very, very decent team, but I think they have ended up higher than they would have liked. They might have been better off in G3 or G4, I think. And the last one is going to be Abyss, I think. So I'm going to cover Abyss in the end. Abyss is a very good alliance, great fighting alliance, and they have a very good core set of players. Their leader is already at, I would tell you, 1 billion kill points. And from what I remember, he has very strong armaments. From their complete team, this guy is the most strongest. He has exceptional sniper armaments, from what I remember, and he's really strong. I think his kill points amply explain him. Then we have Mr. Pokemon, Gengar. Gengar used the Shadow Realm. Just joking. So he's a really strong player as well. You can see his armament, equipment and parts. They are very, very decent, extremely decent, I would say. And he has extremely good kill points. King Leo, I remember him from one of the islands while he was getting 0. Okay, so you are a rebel now, huh? So I uploaded that video later on. The poor soul, he was sleeping and he got 0'd. But from my recent experience, King Leo is very strong. He has very good armaments. So Mr. Doggy is next, a decent sized player. So this guy, oh my God, brother, what are you doing? You only have your kills are less than my farm, and I do not even play my farm, bro. You need to fight. Show up, brother. Maybe it's a new account, or maybe he likes Maxine a lot. But overall, Avis, strong team, strong set of fighters, and they always show up to fight no matter what are the odds. So that will be it for today, guys. What do you think? Who will take home? Will it be Jade? But I feel like Jade is undersized, except DHX and UOD. They are complete. And their main set of players are there. And Crimson Azure, let's see what kind of fight they put up, which faction they choose to ally with. So I hope ROK wins because I want my team to win. And this island, it will be fun, hopefully. So thank you for watching.